Cameron. Okay. Nope. Oh,
Okay. I don't know why I keep needing to school you on parenting, Gabby, but it's just another prime example. And to you, oh shoot, now I forgot what your name was. You're so irrelevant. The one that's Honey something or Bear or whatever that's defending you. Number one, did you say that, don't worry, Gabby, you know the two supporters that have you, or did you say true? Because I couldn't figure it out. Second of all, you saying that you're a mandated reporter, and then you're basically disregarding her behavior and not putting her in her place. God, I pray and hope you're not a mandated reporter. Now, to the video. Some are saying that she hit him, and that she slugged him and whatnot. I personally, I didn't see that. Unless you were physically there, there's no way you could have seen that she hit him. Now, what she did do, in my eyes, is still absolutely wrong. She forcibly grabbed him, swung him down to the floor. She admits that that's what she did. You see, I have an issue with that because, Gabby, once again, I've got to school you on how to be a parent. You clearly have taught this child to not be able to maintain control and hold his composure because you have displayed that behavior many times around him and to him. And this right here was a prime example of you doing such. Okay? So, you forcibly grabbing him and bringing him down to the floor is using aggression, and you wonder why your son uses aggression. Supposedly he pinched you, then you should have held your composure, brought him to a timeout calmly, put him in the timeout, and made him stay there. And if he got out, then you should have put him right back in. But you see, you can't do any of that because you are so wrapped up in TikTok. You are more worried about your supporters and your trolls and what they're going to say. And my biggest issue, other than you manhandling your child the way that you did, because let's face it, he's just 4. He's barely 4 years old. My grandson is 3.5, and I could not ever imagine using force like that with him. You see, no 3 or 4-year-old, I shouldn't say no, there are some with severe behavioral issues. But I don't think that your son is one of those. I think you have raised him to be that way. There is a big difference. I forgot where I was going with that. My other issue that I had is you keep challenging people, saying, basically, people were saying that they were going to call CPS. And you said, then do it. Then do it. Gabby, one day your time is going to be up. One day they're going to knock on your door, and they're not going to leave alone. They're going to take that child from you. You can't see it, but it is written all over every single inch of your walls in that home. And it's a shame, because at the end of the day, I think deep down, you do love your son. And I think that you just don't know how to be a parent, and you are so enthralled in TikTok that you can't see out of it, like I've said so many times. But it is going to come at the cost of your child. What you should be doing is putting TikTok down. Save it for when he is fully asleep, when he's fast asleep. Then get on TikTok. Do your battles, do your dances, do whatever you want. But when he is awake, all of your time should be focused on him. What he's doing. If he's misbehaving, then you should be focused on showing him the proper way. Put him in timeout. Put him in there for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. If he gets out, you put him right back in. He gets out, and you keep doing that until he finally gives up and stays there. And you come down to his level. You explain to him what he did was wrong. And you keep doing that until he gets it. I'm not a parenting expert, but I can tell you that that's how I raised my boys. And all four of them are the kindest, sweetest, caring young men you could ever meet. Now, did they ever have times where they acted out? Absolutely. My 26-year-old, I remembered like it happened yesterday. We were in Kohl's. He was 3 years old. He wanted a train or a truck or something. We had stuff in our cart. He was throwing a fit. That's right. He was throwing a fit. He was screaming, "I want the toy." And I said, "If you don't stop crying, we are leaving this store. You are not getting the train, car, whatever it was." And that's that. If you keep crying, we're leaving. And I will never forget it. We walked up to the register to check out with the stuff that we bought. There was a lady in front of us. He wouldn't let up. What did I do? I looked at the cashier and I said, "I apologize, ma'am, but we need to leave. I'm sorry that you have to put all this stuff back, but I have to deal with this." She looked at me, and so did the other mother, the customer, and said, "Kudos to you, Mom. Good job. You're not allowing your child to win." I said, "Thank you." I was stressed. "Thank you." I walked out, put him in his car seat, and I got not in his face, but to his level, and I said, "You will never act like that in the store again. If you do, it'll be a long time before you see the inside of a store. You don't act that way. You don't act that way and get rewarded. Not in my book." And I will tell you, that was the last time he ever pulled a fit in the store. Now, Tanner, my one that's on the spectrum, little different. Obviously, he was pulling fits at 2, 3, but I didn't know he was autistic. I just still did the same thing. If he started pulling a fit, out we went. We'd leave everything right there and out we went. Was it annoying? Yes. But did I do the right thing? I believe so, because I'm not going to disrupt everybody else. I'm going to go tend to my child. You, Gabi, you can't do that. You don't do that. You refuse to do that because you're more wrapped up in TikTok. If you put the damn phone down and was actually a mother for your child until he's in bed, and then that's your time. You ever hear the saying, once your children are asleep, that's the time for moms to have their own time? That's kind of how it works. As they get older, like my boys are now, they kind of can fend for themselves. They're in their room and whatnot. So we have a lot more downtime. I still try not to go on TikTok until they are asleep. Gabi, I'm telling you. Wow. To challenge people and say, go ahead and do it, call them. You are asking for it. Because you see, you know damn well they're going to call them. And I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those days, sooner than later. They're going to come and they're going to leave with your son in their custody. Mark my words.